It's that time of year again. The Topps mega boxes are here, and they're chunky. Coming in at over a pound. The real question is whether they're going to have any hits for us this time around. Let's rip them open and see what we can get out of them. What's going on, everybody? Tyson from VS Card Hub coming back in with a rip, and we've got Topps Series 2 Mega Boxes. These just showed up yesterday, came in yesterday afternoon, pretty much shipped out the day they were released. Getting around to ripping them open, I'm going to see if I can get anything good out of here compared to Series 1. I've got still have that one Series 1 Mega Box sitting on the shelf. I don't know, haven't had the courage to rip it open and see what I can get out of there. Because Series 1 did not treat me well. Opened a lot of it. I've talked about it before, probably till I'm blue in the face, but it did not treat me well. Did not really get much out of it. But now we're coming into Series 2. We've already opened up the value boxes. Now we're turning our attention to the mega boxes. As you can see, these mega boxes are packed. Over a pound of cards in each box. They actually weigh pretty much exactly the same. There you have it. These did not come from a store. They actually came in the mail, so I did not take my little shipping scale with me to the store. They came to me just like that, weighing in exactly the same. So we'll put that off to the side. Of course, I made my... There we have it. Came in weighing exactly the same. Left some dirt on my little pad there, on my desk mat. So with the mega boxes compared to the value boxes, kind of the big difference is these do not have the summertime holiday inserts. They don't have the suns, the umbrellas, that sort of thing. Obviously, they don't have things like the diamantes, that type of stuff. But we are looking for, these have all the foils, the crackle boards. We're definitely would love to pull one of the heavy lumbers out of here. You can pull the heavy lumbers. You can also get single, dual, and triple autographs out of the mega boxes. You can get relics, the K-Zone die cuts. If you haven't seen the K-Zone die cuts, definitely super cool cards. If you can find the backwards SSP ones, those are pretty valuable, especially if you can find something like an Ohtani, a Skeens, Skubal, something like that. One of the top pitchers. We'd definitely love to find those. You cannot find the All Kings in here. There are some cards that are still hobby only or jumbo only. I do have one each box of hobby and jumbo on the way, so we're definitely going to be ripping those and kind of seeing what we can pull. But today, let's get these opened up and get to ripping on these mega boxes. Once again, we're looking for some of the rookies that are really up and coming. Some of the guys that weren't in Series 1. Also, some of the veterans that may have different cards in here. I know we pulled an Ohtani out of the value boxes. Ohtani was in Series 1, but he's also got cards in Series 2 of him pitching. So Ohtani's got a couple different cards. Yeah, you can pull some of the vets that have different variations. So definitely some exciting stuff that can come out of here. Whether we actually get it out of here, that is the big question. Also, one of the things that Topps does well is autographs. So you can pull autographs, numbered stuff. They do really well with that on baseball. You are going to get a lot of base cards. That's something to keep in mind, is you are going to get a lot of base cards. So if you are a set builder and you're looking to build the 700 card set, this is, another one of the good ones to open up. Jumbo boxes definitely have a lot more of the hits. Hobby, per the checklist, Hobby does have some pretty good hits in it as well. But without further ado, let's get to it. So yeah, I've been excited for this. I've been waiting for this to come out. Pretty much jumped on these on pre-order as soon as they were marked available. Got them actually off of Amazon. Topps had them on Amazon. It was a limit of 2, so I ordered my limit of 2 to test them out and see whether we get more of the mega boxes is to be determined. So just like Series 1, kind of burning through, we have a lot of base on top before you get to the actual hits towards the back. And I'm going to have to go back later on and look and see, if I got anything like golden mirrors, any sort of image variations, that sort of thing. Starting out with an all-star Juan Soto and our usual stars of MLB. And then more base cards on the back. So the pack setup is almost exactly like Series 1. You get a ton of base cards on top. You get your inserts kind of towards the middle. And then a couple base cards to round it out at the end. And then pretty much after that, like I said, I'll have to go back later on. So I don't waste a ton of time going through and looking for, you know, all the variations and all that sort of thing. Got to go back and check the codes on the back. See if I got anything kind of different, unique, something like that. William Contreras on the All-Star and Matt Olson, stars of MLB. So there you have it. There's our setup. Kind of what we're looking at. Would definitely be super cool to pull a dual or triple auto. I've seen a couple of them get pulled out of here and definitely looks super nice. They do still have the inserts such as like the first pitch, stuff like that. There's our sand glitter. And Jordan Romano and Jackson Chourio, stars of MLB. So there's one. These are the sand glitters. They also have a just barely slightly different design for the crackle boards. I've seen the crackle board. I'm pretty sure this is the sand glitter because I've seen the crackle boards before, and the crackle boards definitely look slightly different, but it can be super confusing because they look very similar. This pack feels kind of fat. I don't know. Maybe it's just early on. I'm not used to what it feels like, but this pack does feel like it has a little bit more chunk to it. Let's see. Or just playing some jokes on us. There's a little James Wood. He's actually starting to look real good. And Kobe Mayo, rookie. James Wood has really been stepping up. It kind of sucks. It almost seems like he's been getting overshadowed by a lot of the other guys in the league. But James Wood has been like quietly doing really good. So there's a little James Wood. We will absolutely take that. They do still have those inserts. Stars MLB. Like I said, the big thing that they don't have compared to the value boxes are the inserts for the summertime parallels. The suns, the umbrellas, basically the summer holiday parallels. There's Yamamoto, stars of MLB. Kind of rolling through it. Like I said, we've seen it before. We've seen Series 1, kind of how it's all set up. It is set up pretty much the same. You are going to get a ton of base cards. I'm not going to take a ton of time. William Contreras on the throwback. I'm going to take a ton of time looking for all the variations and all that stuff. Now we'll go back through that later on and see if I can pull any of the short prints, anything like that. Still looking for things like the no-name throwbacks. Looking for some relics. You can pull the relic cards out of here. There's Byron Buxton. Nice pink sand glitter there. And Riley Green. Not terrible so far. Like I said, Series 1 did not treat me well. Went through a lot of Series 1. I think at this point I probably opened somewhere between 2 and 3 dozen different boxes of Series 1, whether it be hangers, value boxes, mega boxes, pretty much everything other than hobby, and I got just absolutely skunked with Series 1. I pulled absolutely nothing. You go Francisco Lindor and Pete Alonso and Wyatt Langford. Yeah, Series 1 was just, it was not kind. It was kind of the point where, like I said, I've still got that mega box sitting on the shelf just because I don't know, kind of keep looking at it, and those ones I don't know if I want to hurt myself. I just need to rip that Band-Aid off and just open it and figure out whether or not it's even got anything for me. Luis Angel Acuna, that's one of the nice little rookies coming up. I know he's got some votes for Rookie of the Year. Jacob Wilson is leading, last I checked. He's leading the voting for Rookie of the Year. As of, I think, probably about a week ago, he was tied with Aaron Judge for the top runs, or top hits on the season. Julio Rodriguez, Summer Superstars, Royce Lewis. So Jacob Wilson's kind of the hot name right now. Dude's been just absolutely killing it this year. Yeah, he was tied with Judge for total hits on the year so far. I think they were at 101 last I looked. So it's most likely gone up since then, because that was about a week ago. Go Arizona Diamondbacks card. Looks like this is going to be a team card. Nice looking card there. And Rhett Lauder. So not bad looking cards. It is still the Series 1 design. Like I said, this is just an extension of Series 1. Series 1 was cards number 1 through 350. Series 2 is cards 351 through 700. So yeah, it is a 700 card set if you're a set builder. That's one of those ones where you might be ripping a lot of packs or buying a lot of singles. Jazz Chisholm. And there he is. Man of the hour, Jacob Wilson. Go ahead and sleeve him up because his stuff is starting to really pop. Even though it is just a Stars of MLB, it's your standard insert. Some of these are numbered, but you got to kind of look for that slight variation in the hollow or the hollow foil refractor design. There'll be a slight color variation. So far, nothing numbered. At least nothing that I've seen numbered so far. No autographs. Roki Sasaki. And Trey Turner will sleeve up Sasaki. He's also another one that's making some pretty big waves. Looking pretty good. 3 packs left in our first mega box. Like I said, burning through it pretty quick. I do have Jumbo and Hobby. Those will be coming next, so make sure you subscribe, hit that little bell so you get notified. We'll be ripping a at least one of each. Francisco Lindor on the OPS leaders, and Altuve. At least one of each of both Hobby and Jumbo. Kind of seeing, if we can really pull anything out of there. Hobby and Jumbo is where it's at. You can get the things like the All Kings inserts, both black and gold. Kind of a play on the All Aces. There's Luis Severino. Nice little purple there. Very nice. There's Adley Rutschman. So Luis Severino on the purple. So this is actually the Crackle board. I was taking a look real quick. I had to take a peek over at my other screen here. This is actually the Crackle board. That one is out of 250, so 132 out of 250. Yeah, I think the sand glitter was more of the dots. I'll double check just to make sure. There we go. Last pack, Mojo. Let's see what we got. Take a look. It almost looked like a variation. And there's our foil board, silver foil board of Bowden Francis. So that's the foil board, and then you've got the Crackle board. So there's Jarren Duran. There we go. So one box down. We got at least one numbered card. Got a bunch of the Crackle, the silver, pink, numbered purple. Like I said, we'll absolutely go back later on and kind of take a look at what I got as far as any SSPs, variations, that sort of thing. Definitely go back through your cards if you open any of this, just because there's so many, and look for anything slightly different. You can also check the codes on the back of the cards. You can take a look at the codes on the bottom of the cards. It'll tell you what you can, or any different variations, what you may have. The 662. 662 code is your base card. So anything that is not 662, you know you got something different. It's time to go do some digging. All right, box number 2. Don't Treat Me Bad, Series 2. And we've got Bobby Witt Jr. I'll take it. Bobby Witt Jr. on the All-Star and Freddie Freeman. Bobby Witt Jr., another one's looking pretty good this year. Between him, PCA, Jack Caglianone's kind of the hot name. Bobby Witt Jr. is looking pretty good. Like I said, Judge and Wilson fighting for that top spot in total hits for the year. Now we got Ronald Acuna Jr. will be back in the Home Run Derby. There we go, a little throwback Chipper Jones. And George Springer. I think they just announced yesterday. I think it was yesterday or day before. Ronald Acuna Jr. will be back for the Home Run Derby. So definitely going to be fun to watch that. All-Star game is, just a few weeks away. Nice little All-Star break. All right. Looking at Paul Goldschmidt on foil board. Silver foil board, Paul Goldschmidt. And O'Neal Cruz. So we're getting our foil board early in this box. So far, nothing too exciting. Only one numbered card. I'd look at the odds for these, and the odds for the mega boxes are, it's a little rough. If you want to look for stuff like, what was I thinking of? The K zones, I believe those are Jackson Job. The K zones were like 1 in 2,000 or 1 in 3,000 packs for the mega boxes. Really, when you start looking at odds and kind of the best format to rip to actually get some hits, if you're looking for things like autographs, relics, that sort of thing, it kind of comes down to the hobby boxes being the best value. Matt Olson and Trey Turner. Because really you're looking at paying about $120 for the hobby boxes. You're still getting, I believe it's like 20 packs plus 2 silver insert packs, if I remember correctly. I'm kind of going off the top of my head. But yeah, about 110, 120 bucks, depending on where you get them from for the hobby boxes. And they have probably some of the best value to odds ratio if you're looking for basically just going for hits. Mega boxes, these are probably the best if you are looking for doing some set building, looking for a lot of more of the inserts. You want to do the Stars of MLB sets. You want to put together stuff like that. Mega boxes are probably your best bet, just because you get so many cards out of here. There's Chris Bryant on the foil board and Kumar Rocker, also killing it this year. Yeah, you get so much stuff out of here. This is probably the best way if you want to get a lot of cards quickly and fairly cheaply. These were $50. $50 on release. I know there's some sites now that are reselling them for about $60 to $65, but directly from Topps, these were $50 a box, which is actually a pretty good deal for a mega box, especially for a mega box with this many cards in it. Like I said, this is probably the set builder's choice right here, just because there are so many cards. For $100, I mean, this is a good rip for $100. Yeah, I think total in the box, looking at, I want to say it was like 224 cards. So basically close to 450 cards for 2 boxes for $100. Yeah, you're going to get some repeats. You may not get a full set. A little Shea Whitcomb. You may not get a full set, but you're going to get a lot of stuff. So, yeah. This is for the person who's looking to build a set. As far as hits, yeah, so far nothing too crazy on the hits. A lot of rookies. There's Brent Rooker. And another Jackson Churio. So we're starting to see some repeats of the Stars of MLB. Sadly, none of these packs look too fat. I don't know if we're going to get a relic out of here or anything. Best bet is maybe for another... There's at least a numbered card in here. He's got one of the gold numbered cards. So Phillies, there's Michael Mercado. This one should be out of 2025. So 427 out of 2025, Michael Mercado. And a little Manny Machado. So that one might be... I'll have to look at that one. I think that one might be some type of short print because it's got the pink lettering in here. It's not numbered. There's Kevin Alcantara. So the Machado. Let me take a look at the other ones real quick. My top loaders are all sticking. I don't know what the heck's going on with these. They're not my top loaders, my sleeves. So there's the first numbered card out of this box. Let's see. I had another All-Star in here. I'm going to take a look at one of these All-Stars real quick. Yeah, so they all have the white lettering. Code at the bottom, 2930. See, that's the same thing. Yeah, 2930 on the code. The Machado. Okay, so 2930, but it looks like we got more of the pink lettering there. So that might be a shorter print one. Cool. I'll take that. Little Manny Machado on the All-Star. I have to go look it up on the checklist. I'm assuming it is a short print just because it was backwards, pink lettering, all that fun stuff. Crackle boards, Nick Gonzalez, and there we are, Kobe Mayo. Once again, we're starting to get some repeats out of here. So yeah, you're going to get a lot of cards. You're going to get some repeats. It's going to happen. I mean, for over 2 pounds worth of cards, I'd say it's to be expected. OPS leader, there's Jarren Duran. And Yamamoto again. 3 packs left. Let's see if Series 2 is going to leave me kind of high and dry on stuff like autographs. I don't think we're going to get any sort of autos out of here. Doesn't look like it. Could be wrong. There's Mike Schmidt and Trey Turner. Pete Alonso. 2 packs left. Definitely a fun rip. It's one of those ones like I said, $100 for this many cards. You could sit down if you actually took your time and went through everything. Definitely a good rip. I mean, you get a lot of stuff. It's one of those ones where you can take some time and just go through it. Appreciate the cards, sit there, check them all out. Like I said, build your sets. You definitely build a Stars of MLB set. Last pack mojo. Anything? Spencer Strider. I think that's all we're going to get is a Stars of MLB. Spencer Strider finishes us off. So there we have it. 2 mega boxes of Top Series 2. I said brand new. Just came out this week. At least the mega boxes just came out this week. So got them here. Wanted to go ahead and do a little rip. We got a couple numbered cards. A little short print there with the pink lettering. Like I said, this is a set builder's choice. If you want to build a set, you want to go through and find all the cool stuff, you know, the newer rookies, the variations for the veterans that are in here. This is the way to go. Not a lot of hits. You know, that's kind of the way it is with the anything besides hobby and jumbo, is you're going to get a lot of more the inserts, the cool little parallels and stuff, and go back through, probably have some short prints, some variations in there that I have to go back and look for. But you're looking for building a set out of these. That's what this comes down to, is opening the mega boxes, you're getting a lot of cards, you're building, you're a set builder. just to show you, that's 2 mega boxes of just base cards. So there you have it. That's what you're going to get out of mega boxes. Value-wise, it's good. Like I said, if you are building a set, this is a great value because you're getting 450 cards out of 2 boxes for $100. That's great value. If you want to build a set and then either build sets of the inserts or sell them, and it basically pays for your box, and now you have a full set. So if you want the hits, Hobby and Jumbo is probably the way to go. Jumbo is like 300, 250, 300 bucks. Hobby, you can pick it up for about 110, 120. We'll be ripping those soon. Make sure you stay tuned. Overall, I like it. I mean, it's, you know, I haven't opened enough to say it's skunked me like Series 1, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how Hobby and Jumbo do. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned, and I'll catch y'all next time.